Yes, I'm back with music in my ears, your podcast for everything Nigerian music history. You know, from a previous recording, we've laid the foundation of what went down, my experiences as a young child, growing up and listening to music and observing entertainment in my environment. We'll continue somehow in that part, but try to push it a little bit further. Way back, Nigerians were so tuned to foreign music. As a matter of fact, foreign music dominated the entertainment scene. Foreign music dominated the airplays. Foreign music dominated the videos, the television. In fact, foreign music dominated live performances. Not as if the Nigerian artists were not there. We still had Fela, we still had Benz Aube, we still had Sonny Ade, we still had all the artists, Oliver the Cock and the rest. They were doing their beats. But the listenership, as far as I'm concerned, as far as I could observe, tilted more towards the foreign artists. I don't know the explanation, but one could hazard probably the technical quality of the music coming from the Nigerian artists was not so good. Maybe the videos were not so good, or maybe our taste was just tuned to listening to foreign sounds. So in that wise, you had a lot, like the era of the funk pop in America. We consume a lot. We listen to a lot of the Shalamars of this world, the Dynasty, the Whispers, the Lakeside, the Jacksons, Michael Jackson. We ate into them. We fed ourselves with all this music. We had the Kola and the Gang, Commodores, Evelyn King, the Time Band, Prince, Rebecca, Rick James, New Edition, WAP 9, Earth, Wind and Fire, Sky, Brass Construction, Lakeside, SOS Band, Whispers, Dada Rose, Starpoint, which had a Nigerian by name Kayode Adeyemo, who happened, I think, was their bass guitarist. So all these things came to us via the media, the radio, the television, and all that. So, and even their record companies were very well known in Nigeria. I mean, when you're talking of Epic, Universal, Columbia, and you're talking of Jive, Island, Mango, Solar, Motown, Arista, all these labels, all these record companies were very popular in Nigeria way back, along with their artists. And coming from UK had its own beats of influence on the Nigerian populace. So we were tuned to the like of George Michael, Duran, Imagination, Billotion, The Police, Total Contra, Central Line, and even one Sade Adu and Abba and Sade. So these are the kind of things we were fed with. And don't forget, we like I said, the television too. We're watching a lot of these foreign shows like Soul Train by late Don Cornelius, and the Soul Train that Jeffrey Daniels of Shalamar later took to UK, and Top of the Pops, and all those foreign shows. So people were really, really fed with this, and were tuned into this kind of music. And even then, Nigerians listened to a lot, with variety of different genres. Country music was equally popular. We had Don Williams, we had Kenny Rogers, Dolly Parton, Dan Seals, and the rest. So that was the pattern. Then came the time that reggae was a thing. We did not escape the influence of foreign reggae artists in Nigeria. So basically, foreign reggae came from Jamaica and the United Kingdom. So they equally occupied our ears. Because of that, we were familiar with Bob Marley and the Wailers, Peter Tosh, Burning Spear, Gregory Isaac, Don Carlos, Mighty Diamond, U Roy, I Roy, Black Uhuru, Jimmy Cliff, Ted Wall, Steel Pulse, that's why Musical Youth, UB40. The later names basically are UK artists, and later on the Toast, the Ragga thing came up, Yellow Man, Tipper Irish, Chaparangs, Maxi Priest, and the rest. Even the rap, even when you talk of the rap, you're talking of Ron and DMC, Grandmaster Flash Furious, and the Furious 5, LL Cool J, African Bambata, Grandmaster Melly Mel, Curtis Blow, KRS-One, Cool Modi, and all that. So that was the pattern. And you discover that a lot of people will spend their money, spend their time making compilation. I did it too. You compile your list of music, go to the record store, with their Marcel, TDK, Chrome tapes, and the rest 90 minutes tapes or 60 minutes tape. You record this and play back on your tapes. So that was the pattern. And in all this, I want to think maybe the quality, the engineering quality, the sound quality that came from the Nigerian recordings were not very appealing or attractive. It is just my thoughts, because it's really hard to understand why the preference for foreign music was so much in the 70s to the 80s. In fact, I can remember a time I went to a popular record store then on Juelegba Road, Tejo Osho area. I went to ask for Blackie. That time Blackie just came out, I think, with his second album. I went to ask for a copy because for me, my ears have started getting tuned to the Nigerian music and what was coming out from a Nigerian artist. So I went to ask to buy a Blackie record. I was told by the salespeople in the record store that they don't sell Nigerian artists. I asked why. They said they don't. The answer simple was they don't sell Nigerian artists. They only sell and record foreign music. It was as bad as that. It was really, really bad as that. And in the university in Ife those days, once we get our pocket money or just coming back for the semester, everybody will run to Lagere. You record your stuff into your tapes, come back and make your compilation record, come back to school and play. That was the trend. With the music industry. Talking about even live performances, people still tended to live music, and the foreign acts equally had a space in Nigeria. We had our National Theatre, we had the Dudua Hall, and we had these artists coming in to perform. We had Third Wall, we had Steel Pulse, we had Raphael Cameron, they all play at Ife. We had Lakeside, Shalamar, they played in Ife, played at the National Theatre. And that equally encouraged this tilt towards foreign music until later years that some of the Nigerian artists started coming out to make impact in the scene. So this scenario, I want to believe, is what I can say prompted the broadcast government broadcast agency, the Nigerian Broadcasting Commission, to put out a code with certain stipulation to regulate how the airplay in Nigeria should be. So I think as at then the code stipulated that Nigerian electronic media should give at least 60% airplay for television to local music and 80% for radio, while cable and satellite media are expected to maintain a minimum of 20% local content, with music being part of this local content ratio. So I think the government must have noticed, or maybe trying to preserve what is ours, what is our own culture, came up with this broadcast code. So this was just a way of encouraging the local industry, the local content from our own artists, our own programming, so that we get to listen to what is ours, not just depending on foreign content. And again, the licensing of private radio did a lot. Private radio and later television did a lot to help the situation. Repower FM came up ownership by Chief Raymond Opesi in about 1993. That really helped a lot. So with that, a lot of the local artists were encouraged, and they had space, they had avenues to exhibit their talent. But despite all this, despite what I've just narrated, we still had several Nigerian artists that endeared themselves to the hearts of Nigerians. They held their own in the face of stiff competition from foreign artists. We had Tony Gray, we had DCK Falola, Chris Okoti, Felix Liberty, Onyeka Weno, SB Family, Christy Essien, Obioyan Alex O, Terracotta, Majek, Fashek, Ras Kimono, Mandatos, among others. So that's how it went down in the 70s into the 80s, that there was this stiff struggle for dominance of media, of airwaves between Nigerian artists and the foreign artists, and just pointing out the fact that it seems Nigerians tended to prefer music coming from other climes than from Nigerian artists. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. We'll come again to you with another interesting episode. Thank you. Music in my ears.